So today is day 6, um, August 15th, 2026, and once again I'm here showing up for myself. And not because I feel motivated every single day, not really, but because I'm beginning to understand that transformation isn't built on motivation at all, but definitely on the decision to keep on showing up every single day. As usual, I began by skipping the rope. That took me around 10 minutes, 1,000 skips in total. And I moved on to do my 1 hour yoga session with Travis Elliott. And while I was doing it, I kept on thinking about just the whole journey, how the 1 hour is really going to change my life. Definitely not overnight, but for the next 90 days, because sometimes we make transformation feel much harder than it actually has to be. You see, we think we need a completely new life, a perfect routine, a huge breakthrough, extreme discipline, but maybe we just don't. Maybe we just need to start giving ourselves that 1 hour. Just being intentional for 1 hour. For me, it is definitely 1 hour, around 10 minutes. And the whole time that I take to edit and everything, it takes me quite a while. But when it comes to showing up for the workout, it's 1 hour, 10 minutes. So I encourage you to do the same. Show up for yourself for at least that 1 hour. And that's what I want to talk about today. That is the 4% rule. Think about this. A day has 24 hours, and roughly 4% of your entire day is just 1 hour. 1 hour is only a small part of your day. But imagine what could happen if you protected that 1 hour from distraction and use it intentionally for the next 90 days. 1 hour to work on your body, learn a new skill, build your business, or either read a book, do exercise, work on your confidence, just whatever, anything. 1 hour to become better at something that you've been saying you want to do for years. It doesn't have to be dramatic at all. It doesn't have to be perfect. And definitely it doesn't have to look like someone else's routine, but just yours. Because I think one of the biggest mistakes we make when we want to change our lives is that we try to change everything at once. That's a big challenge. We make these huge promises to ourselves, and I've been there 1,000 times, so many times. I promise myself that, from tomorrow I'm going to start this journey, and it's okay. I know you've also told yourself the same thing. Tomorrow I'll wake up at 5 p.m. I'll exercise for 2 hours. I'll eat perfectly. I'll read those books. I'll start the business, and just the list is endless. I know we all want that to completely change our lives, but for a few days we feel unstoppable, and then life happens. And what happens? We get tired, get distracted, and something doesn't go according to our plan, and suddenly the entire routine falls apart. I've been there countless times. I know, and I'm sure you've also had that struggle. But what if we approach transformation differently? What if instead of asking ourselves, how can I completely change my life? Okay. We ask, what can I consistently do for 1 hour today? Instead of just completely changing your own life, just focus on that 1 hour. Okay, that's a much smaller question. And sometimes small questions create big changes for sure. So for me, this 90 days is not about becoming a completely different person overnight. They're about becoming the woman I keep saying I want to become. And that requires consistency, discipline, clarity, and more importantly, it requires keeping the promise I make to myself. Because every time I show up, I'm sending a message to my brain. And that message is that, you know what, I can trust myself. And that's very important. And I think that's where confidence really begins. I'm not so sure. Maybe by the end of the 90 days, I'll be able to tell. But I think so, and also based on research, yeah, and not from looking perfect or having everything figured out, uh, or waiting until you feel ready. Confidence comes from repeatedly proving to yourself that when you say you're doing something, you actually show up for it, you do it. And that is why I want these 90 days to be built around four things. Number one, discipline. I know you've had this since you were in baby class, right? You've had discipline so many times. But yes, it's a cliche, but it is the pillar. It's part of the system. Discipline. So discipline is what will carry me when motivation disappears. There'll be days when I don't want to skip that rope or show up for the yoga sessions. There'll be days when I rather stay in bed, and those days are important because that's when discipline gets built. Okay, not when everything feels easy, because there are days that you just don't feel like waking up or doing anything. But when you have a reason to quit and you choose to continue, that's that's where discipline comes in. Then there's clarity. Number two, I know you've heard of it as well, but you can't consistently move towards something you haven't clearly defined. So I need to know what I'm working toward. I need to know why I'm doing this. And I need to remind myself on that reason when distractions start becoming louder than the goals. You know, nowadays we live in the world of social media where the minute you open your Instagram page or TikTok page, distraction everywhere. There's advice over relationships, marriages, work, do this, don't do this, sleep early, wake up early. And those are distractions. So you need clarity to overcome those. Then there's progress, and that part is really, really important because sometimes we don't recognize process simply because it doesn't happen fast enough. But progress isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just waking up and doing the things that you said you will do. Sometimes it's just that one extra repetition, one healthier meal, one chapter of reading the book, 1 hour of ensuring that you're not doom scrolling, and just showing up without quitting. That one simple decision followed by another, then another. Those are the small wins that begin to create momentum, and eventually you look back and realize, oh, you're not the same person anymore. And the final one is confidence. Confidence is what grows when you keep promises to yourself. Every time I complete something I said I'll do, I strengthen the relationship with myself. And that's very, very important. And that's what I want to do this 90 days, not perfection, trust. I just want to trust myself again. I want, I want to know that when I decide something, when I say that something matters to me, it does. I can follow through. So here's my challenge to you. You don't have to copy my routine, of skipping the rope or doing yoga. You don't even have to work on the same goals that I'm working on. But I want you to choose one thing. Definitely, just one thing that has been a big bother to you. Because for me, this weight is very foreign to me. I've uh, added this weight for the last like 4 5 years, and it has been a struggle. So for you, also choose your struggle. One thing that you want to improve over the next 90 days could be your health, your body, your finances, a new skill that you wanted to attain for years, or just the whole aspect of start reading the book or building a business, or just working on skills like confidence, you know or your discipline, whatever it is. I don't know, just whatever it is, give it that 1 hour, one focused hour, and protect it like that hour. Your life depends on it, okay? Because 1 hour doesn't look like much today, but 1 hour repeated for 90 days, it's completely different story. And I want you to imagine something. Just try this one simple exercise. Please close your eyes, breathe in and out, and for a moment imagine yourself 90 days from now. Imagine how you'll feel, how you will look, how stronger you'll be, that skill that you'll have developed, the number of books that you'll have read, your business, how far it will have progressed. So, those imagine those habits that are now normal for you. Imagine waking up and realizing I actually did it. Not because everything went perfectly, but because you kept on coming back again and again and again. And that is what we call the power of consistency. You don't have to win the entire battle today, no, or tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. That's what these 90 days are all about for me. One day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one decision, one habit, all at a time, until eventually the person I'm becoming or the person that I'm building becomes stronger than the person I used to be. And that's why I'm here today. Day 6, still showing up, still learning, still working on myself, you know, and I'm still becoming, definitely, like I've mentioned. And if you're watching this while you're also trying to change something in your own life, I want you to know something. You don't need to have everything figured out, not at all. You don't need to wait for a Monday or next week or tomorrow or a new year. No, you just need that 1 hour to start today. That's it. 1 hour that belongs to the future version of yourself, the best version of yourself that you've always imagined. And then do it tomorrow. Because 3 months from now, you will either wish you had started or you'll be grateful that you did. And I know which one I want for myself, definitely. So this day 6, August 15th, I'm giving myself this 90 days and I'm going to see what happens when I stop waiting for my life to change and start becoming the person capable of changing it. So if you're on this journey with me, just don't watch. Choose that 1 hour, choose that one goal and start. And if you want to follow this journey and see what happens over the next 90 days, please do subscribe to this channel and come back tomorrow. Share this video with someone who needs to remind that their life could be in crumble and they need a reminder that it's possible. Please share this video with them. They just need to start with 1 hour. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for being here. And let's make this happen. Remember, we are building together, one day, 1 hour, one decision at a time. I'll see you on day 7, which is tomorrow. Until then, keep showing up till you become the man or the woman that you've always wanted to be, the best version of yourself.